our feature presentation.
But hey, everybody, welcome to Focus Testing. My name is Tristan. I had to think about my own name. What is that about? My name is Tristan Miller, and this is a improvised movie podcast. And with me today is...
I'm Stan Talouis.
What do you do?
I'm a stand-up comedian. You want to know what I do during the day?
I mean, do whatever you want to...
I give out money to steam fitters.
To steam fitters?
It's their money. So I work at a union office, and I like when they have money in their security benefit fund, they request it and I give it out.
You authorize payouts for union members.
Yeah. Well, somebody else does. I just process it.
All right. Well, that's a decent gig.
It makes you. I should have been a steam fitter, honestly. The amount of money these guys have.
Yeah,
I shouldn't say that. That's probably is that private information? No, it's not.
I mean, you're not saying specific numbers. And oh, really? A union job? He's got good wages? Crazy. Fucking ridiculous.
Right.
So this is a movie program. What was the first movie you remember seeing in a theater?
Ever?
Yeah.
Batman Returns.
Batman Returns.
Yeah, 1992.
92.
Maybe. I think it was 1992.
Can I?
Yeah.
That was the year I was born.
Well, all right.
So
this podcast is done.
Batman
Returns.
Returns.
It's the first movie I definitely remember seeing in theaters.
Yeah.
I was living uptown, and we jumped the turnstile.
Hell
yeah. Went to because we live way uptown, so we went downtown to we used to go to either 86th Street or 68th Street. I can't remember. The numbers are switched around. But we'd go to the movie theater there back when it was like $5 to see a movie.
Sure.
Back in my day.
Yeah. Did you ever go to a dollar theater?
There's a what?
A dollar theater?
No, I don't think we have those here.
That makes sense. There's back home there were $5 theaters and dollar theaters, and they were repertory houses, right? A dollar theater you could go see like Gone with the Wind or whatever.
Okay.
And then a $5 theater was like, things that were released like 9 months ago, and they're doing a re-release just to get a little extra cash. Yeah. And then you would go to a proper theater to like see
like
something
a new release.
Yeah, something come out that week.
Dollar theater.
A dollar theater.
So
yeah.
did you go to those?
Yeah. I think we had like one for like 2 years in my hometown, and then it quickly went under.
What would you see though?
I remember. I think this was a $5 theater. I remember seeing Two Towers, Lord of the Rings, Two Towers, and then X-Men 2, X-Men United a couple of times with my dad. He and I would go.
Okay, I remember that one.
Yeah, so mid-2000s. So that's pretty recent still.
Yeah.
What would you say your favorite movie is?
Oh, that I can't answer that.
Okay.
That's tough.
Within the last year, what is your favorite that you've seen? What's your favorite new movie? How's that? Easier or worse?
I don't know. I'm trying to think. Cause it's easy because the movies I remember are always like the Marvel movies, the big budget ones.
Oh sure, yeah.
But like sometimes, well, actually, I really enjoyed one of the Best Picture nominations this year were pretty good. I liked I've already forgotten them. I know I saw. Oh no, what was the one that won? The one that won Best Picture? Fucking the one with the deaf family. Coda.
Okay.
I enjoyed Coda.
Okay. Did you generally go out for all sorts of movies? Or,
in theaters?
Yeah,
in theaters.
General.
Typically I'll see like the big budget ones. I'll see like the Marvel ones, the DC ones. I'll see those.
Yeah. Sorry, I've just removed my aligner because it was giving me too bad of a lisp.
That's fine. No, yeah, like in theaters, I'll save the $17 for the big budget movies.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Unless there's like something that I really, really want to see. West Side Story, I saw.
I've heard that's worth seeing.
Yeah.
On a big screen. Yeah, I feel kind of the same way about it. But I also like if I want to see a movie where I have to really be concentrated on it, I'll also go to a cinema.
Yeah.
Because like, you're on your phone.
Yeah, I used to go all the time. Like there was, I remember, I forgot what it's called now, but I think it was an AMC on 23rd and like 7th.
Yeah.
like on Tuesdays, if you had like
Yes.
whatever the card was, you could see a movie for like $5.
Yep.
So I would do that a lot, and then that went away.
Yeah.
Or even like a matinee sometimes if I can, I'll go see something like at Astoria Kaufman.
Astoria Kaufman is a pretty good theater. It does make me sad that it was a United Artists theater and then Regal. Yeah.
It is. It's a Regal now.
It's a Regal now.
Yeah.
Because it was a United Artists, which was a production company that a bunch of actors put together.
Yeah.
And then it went under because
Did all the UAs become Regal?
I don't know that. I just know that it is a Regal.
The one in Union Square,
Yes.
I think was also a UA, and that's a Regal now too.
That is. Do you prefer a Regal or an AMC?
AMC, because I like seats that recline all the way.
Yeah.
I want to be laying down.
You want to be maximum comfort.
Yeah. If the only thing that would make an AMC better is if they provided a pillow and blanket.
Can I tell you? I went to go see Godzilla at an AMC, and we paid for the ritzy seats, that fully lean back. Mm-hmm. And the friend that I saw it with did bring a blanket.
Yeah, no, that's the
fully was
optimal
like-
way to do it. That's the way to do it. Like if it wasn't for if it wasn't like, if you were absolutely sure that they were washing all the pillows
as
and
opposed to like
blankets,
the way they wash the the 3D glasses.
Exactly. Yeah. If I wasn't afraid of getting pink eye, I mean, I would.
Do you like 3D movies?
No, they don't do anything for me.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's just now I gotta wear glasses.
Yeah,
I already wear glasses. Now I gotta wear glasses on top of my glasses.
Every person that has glasses has that same complaint,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I get you.
Like in order for this to be comfortable, I have to take off my glasses. Now I can't see as well, but I can see it 3D. No, thank you. And I gotta pay more to do it. No, thank you.
For sure.
Like I would much prefer. Yeah, I regular standard.
I prefer
Just
it
make
as
it more
well.
comfortable.
Yeah. Some middle ground between a home and a cinema.
I went to see Jojo Rabbit,
Oh yeah.
and it was the most the movie is great, but it was the most uncomfortable viewing experience I've ever had because the seats it was like sitting on a plane. It felt like.
And you're just watching Taika with his terrible German accent. He sounds like he's from South Africa.
Is he not?
No,
he's from New Zealand.
He's from New Zealand, and then with the German accent he's putting on, it just sounds like he's
you should be calling people keffers and stuff.
It's very specific.
Listen, there's nothing. Specific racism is my wheelhouse.
I'm well aware. What movie would you rather never see again in your entire life?
A movie that I've seen that
that you would rather just die.
If
someone wanted to torture you.
That's tough because it's very difficult for me to start a movie and not finish it. And if I've seen it, that means I'll probably see it again. But I guess The Irishman is the one that comes to mind.
Oh yeah,
it drags.
It does.
Like it's good. I thought it was good. It was just too long. Like for instance, everybody watched The Irishman and everybody watched Hamilton over lockdown, over in quarantine.
I guess, yeah.
Right? I watched Hamilton 3 hours and I was like, wow, this is great.
Yeah.
I watched The Irishman halfway through. I was like, how is there still another hour and a half left in this movie?
And I understand that critique and you're absolutely correct. But the thing that sucks about it is it's on purpose that it's that long. Because it's it's about a man dying. So of course it's going to be long.
Right.
But it's
also
still
full of lies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like as a guy who's obsessed with mob culture, just the idea that this guy, because you know the story behind the guy?
No.
So he claims that he knows where Jimmy Hoffa's buried.
Yeah.
Because he said he's the one that killed Jimmy Hoffa. Now, for years, decades, no one knew who did it. And then all of a sudden, when he had run out of money, he wrote a book.
Sure.
So that he could cash in on people. Oh, this guy bought, he didn't do it. Even there were people. There's a
just like O.J. Simpson wrote that book about how.
Right. Except O.J. didn't do it.
Yeah, exactly.
O.J.
That's what I'm saying.
Definitely didn't do it. I don't care what anybody tells you. O.J. Simpson is innocent.
And
he's
on
guilty
Twitter.
of a lot of things. Murder is not one of them. No, but this guy, there's a scene in the movie where he goes to Umberto's clam house in Little Italy.
Yeah, yeah.
And he walks through how he killed Crazy Joe Gallo. and all this stuff. And people have debunked it because it's like there's no way one person could have done what happened there.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm okay never watching that ever again.
That absolutely makes sense. That is a common answer.
Yeah. I've seen it, got it. Like
good.
Yeah.
I kind of feel that way about Lost Highway because
I don't know if I've ever seen that.
yeah, it's a David Lynch movie. It's weird, obviously.
Yeah.
But within the first 20 minutes, and this is a bit rude to David, I was like, yeah, I think I get it.
Yeah.
And then it goes on for another 2 hours, and I'm like, yeah, I think I understood what was happening.
Is it an older movie or?
It's from like 2003.
Okay.
Yeah, it was his second to last feature that he's done.
I feel like I'm trying to think of a movie that people generally enjoy that I'm like, how do I would feel that way about?
Oh, okay.
But I don't know. Like I kind of feel that way about Lost in Translation. I'm like, all right, I get it.
Yeah.
I'm okay. Never. It's not my least favorite, but it's like I don't need to see this ever again.
Yeah, I've seen it once, and I was like, that's good. Yeah, I get it. People are lonely.
Yeah.
And you get that within the first, 20 minutes.
Also, that era was weird because a bunch of those movies came out around the same time.
Oh, for sure.
Because it was that one and Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
I do like that you said Sponge Shine, which is like a great new cleaning product.
Like I feel like all right. ScarJo is in one and not the other, right?
That is correct.
She's in Eternal Sunshine.
No, she's in Lost in Translation.
See?
Yeah. It's kind of like when the Illusionist and also The Prestige came out.
Why would you do that?
Because they were in direct competition. This often
Also,
happens.
one movie is definitely better than the other.
Yes, and we're not going to say which one. It's up for you to say.
It's The Prestige.
Yeah, of course.
Prestige is way better.
Absolutely. However, it also happened with, A Bug's Life and Ants, famously.
Yes.
They heard that.
What the fuck?
Well, because they were making Ants, and then Pixar was like, we want to fuck you over.
And
So-
clearly, A Bug's Life is better.
It is. It's got that great...
No, wait.
Yeah,
A Bug's Life better?
it is, I think. It's got
Oh,
that...
I know why. I know why it's better.
Randy Newman.
No, I was going to say because...
Woody Allen?
Because Woody Allen's in the other one.
And Christopher Walken. It's very strange.
Yeah. Sylvester Stallone, Sharon Stone.
So I have some movie trivia questions for you here.
Okay.
The first one is...
By the way, I have movie trivia for you,
Oh, okay.
but we'll get to that.
Okay. The first trivia question I have for you is, which actor do you want to spit in your mouth?
Has to be an actor? Can it be an actress or can it?
Yeah,
just
well,
anybody?
actor's gender neutral now.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Marissa Tomei.
Marissa Tomei.
Yeah.
Very good answer. Yeah. Not
Also-
right, but very good. No.
Also Mickey Rourke.
Mickey, yes.
Yeah.
He was fine before the plastic surgery.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
It's, like, it's one of those things of, like, it's very sad because the reason he had plastic surgery is because he's a bare knuckle boxer.
Yeah.
Because he had to work through some shit.
Yeah. Both of them from The Wrestler. I want them. That's what I would. Yeah.
That absolutely makes sense. From which actor would you be willing to steal a car?
Oh.
You have to steal an actor's car.
I have to steal an actor's car. Dead or alive?
Yeah.
Trying to think of somebody real fat that can't catch me. No. Okay.
I'm gonna steal
Dom
it
DeLuise.
from Bud Abbott.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna say. Sylvester Stallone.
Okay,
Because I
reasoning.
bet he's got a nice collection, and he's old enough and slow enough that he can't catch me.
Yeah, I'll just go. Ugh.
Yeah.
I feel like Jay Leno would be another.
I was gonna
good-
say Jay Leno, but like, do we consider him an actor?
No, I think he's just a personality.
Yeah.
Yeah. What horror monster, like hammer horror monster, would you fuck? These are all very horny questions.
Yeah, I'm cool with it.
It's fun. It's fun to play a game.
Horror monster that I would fuck.
Yeah, like, well, it doesn't even need to be horror. Just like a movie monster, like Godzilla or Mothra. Can
Oh,
also-
okay.
Like, it can be a kaiju, or it can be, Frankenstein or whatever.
I like that you made Frankenstein more Jewish
Yeah, yeah.
because he is Jewish.
He is Jewish.
Yeah. He honors the Sabbath. I don't
Yeah.
know if I don't know if you know this, but the Dr. Frankenstein actually put a yarmulke on it, but he didn't bolt it down.
It blew off.
It blew off.
Well, that's why it was Gene Wilder.
Right.
Yeah, which is why I say Frankenstein, unfortunately.
Right.
Is because of that.
Okay. I'm gonna say Leatherface because he deserves it.
I see. That's very nice.
Now I would also I was thinking Freddy Krueger, but it's gonna hurt.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gremlin?
No, because which one? You know?
Yeah. Halfway through, once you come,
You get him wet. Yeah.
Exactly.
You get him wet.
You get
after midnight.
You get the girl gremlin gets too horny.
Yeah. What if it's like it's all the things at once because it's after midnight. You get him wet because he's swallowing your cum.
Good.
Because you're feeding him now. Now you're feeding him after dark.
No.
Now you've created a big, and it's cum, so it's like half you.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah.
Disgusting what we've stumbled into. What?
Although Gizmo is cute.
He is cute, but I don't think he's fuckable.
No, that'd be bad.
It feels like pedophilia.
I couldn't even watch that.
Yeah, no. Don't go to any sort of illicit porn sites, I guess.
Well, now it's going to be on Rule 34.
It's got to,
it's gonna, on Reddit.
It probably is already there, right?
Yeah,
it's got to be.
Yeah.
It's an old movie. Out of the Lord of the Rings characters, which one has the best hair?
Oh, easily. Legolas.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yeah. Were you going to say Aragorn?
No, I'd say fucking...
You saying naturally?
No. It's
the
just
character?
Character.
Yeah, Legolas, 100%.
Interesting. I'm a look at Frodo's little lesbian mullet.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see it. I see what you're going for.
Yeah. It's just
I see what you like.
Yeah, absolutely. The closer I can get to 19-year-old Elijah Wood. No, that's in very poor taste. Considering everything he's gone through.
Well, okay, yeah. How do you feel about? Because I was gonna say the only other Lord of the Rings character that I don't know his name, but Hugo Weaving in that movie.
He has a beautiful
fantastic hair.
Yeah, which is very impressive considering he's mostly bald.
Yeah, and
they really did a good job with his wig.
Basically, all the elves have great hair.
They do, but it's for me too straight.
Okay,
very
So you're not even you're more Gandalf the Grey and not Gandalf the White.
Yeah, I like a wave. I like a curl pattern to hair.
What about Aragorn then?
Yeah, he's got gray hair.
Yeah.
Specifically when he fucking finally brushes it at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Otherwise, it's very stringy and blah, blah, blah. What is a movie?
It's a moving picture.
So any moving picture is a movie?
Yeah. It's just, right? Isn't short
So if I took a photo and it just went back and forth with it.
Yeah, it is a moving picture.
Okay.
That is, yeah. We ran out of time over years to say moving picture. We just call them movies.
That's true. I will still refer to a film as a picture. I'll be like, oh, that great picture. And they're like, what are you, 80? I'm like,
you're an 1890s prospector.
Deep down. I am. I got a mustache right now. What Marvel character would you kill off permanently and why?
Ooh. That's interesting. That's a good one.
Thank you. These are not trivia questions at all, but they're fun.
Yeah, that's a good one. I'm going to say Cyclops.
Oh, okay, so you're going not MCU. That's very
right.
Cool. You just don't like Cyclops.
Never been
goody two shoes.
Yeah, okay. No fun. They're supposed to be adding. They can't call them mutants, but they're supposed to be adding the X-Men to the MCU soon.
I believe the rumor has it vis-a-vis Doctor Strange because there's a voice that sounds an awful lot like Patrick Stewart in the trailers.
Yes.
Which God bless.
I did hear the trailer with that.
Patrick Stewart for being
guy's still working, man.
And he's still working.
That guy's been old forever.
Yeah, he's never not been.
You ever seen the original Dune?
Oh yeah, for sure. When
he was like 50.
Yeah. And he's holding that pug for no reason.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
And that was before Star Trek.
Yeah, it was.
He was always old.
When you lose your hair, he lost his hair at 23.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay.
When that happens, people are like, "Oh, you're just an older guy forever."
Yeah.
Same with for whatever reason, Richard Dreyfuss went gray when he was 26, and then
really?
everyone's like, "Oh, you're clearly 40."
Alive?
Yeah, he's still kicking.
Okay.
Yeah, barely, I think.
What's your favorite Dreyfuss movie?
Goodbye Girl. He's great.
Okay. Mine is Mr. Holland's Opus.
Also I haven't seen it, but clips I've seen is very good.
Close
also,
Encounters.
What About Bob?
What About Bob?
What About Bob is very good. He hates Bill Murray. In real life.
Oh, really?
He fucking couldn't stand working with him, which was great for the movie.
Yeah.
But he hated working with him, and based off of recent events,
Yeah.
maybe Richard was right.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, history. He's on the right side of history.
Yeah. But famously, Richard Dreyfuss is someone who has bipolar disorder and a big advocate for
Okay.
it. Yeah. So, that's one of my main touch points with that. How many slaps in the face would you take in order to be the star of an A24 film?
Okay.
Would you be willing to take?
What's the maximum?
Whatever you have in your mind.
I would. And who's slapping me? Does it matter? Anybody? Okay. All right. I would.
Not someone you would enjoy.
Now, are they consecutive slaps?
Again, this is up to you. Someone
25
answered
slaps. 25 slaps.
25 slaps.
Yeah.
Someone answered every day once when
Once
I
a
wake
day?
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, to wake me up.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. I would do 25 slaps all at once though, just to get out of the way. But
that sounds like a
'cause
sequel to Incredibly Loud and
25 slaps every single day. Like, by the 7th slap, my face is numb, and I'm just like, I'm just happy to be here.
I'm just happy.
Yeah,
I agree. I think that makes sense to me.
yeah. Can I interject with a little
yeah.
bit of movie trivia for you?
For sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, Talia Shire,
No idea.
Adrian from Rocky.
Sure. Yes.
Okay, did you know she's Francis Ford Coppola's sister?
That absolutely makes sense.
Her real name is Talia Coppola,
Mm-hmm.
which makes her Nicolas Cage's aunt.
Yes.
Now, their father did the score for The Godfathers 1, 2, and 3.
Mm-hmm.
And she is Jason Schwartzman's mother.
Yes, that I did know.
Had no idea.
That I did know Schwartzman was a Coppola.
Which makes Nicolas Cage
Mm-hmm.
and Jason Schwartzman
Cousins?
cousins. Wild.
Absolutely wild. Also, filmmaking sucks.
Right?
Yeah. Nepotism
Yeah.
is only good if it benefits me.
Right. Yeah. And even more, if you want to take it a step further,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm watching this new show, The Offer,
Sure.
on Paramount Plus about the making of The Godfather with
Sure.
Miles Teller. Bobby Cannavale's son is in it. His grandfather is Sidney Lumet, who did Dog Day Afternoon
Mm-hmm.
with John Cazale, who's in The Godfather. Come on.
It's all linked.
It's all connected. I feel like Charlie Day.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's very Pepe Sylvia. It's very Pepe Sylvia.
Right?
Okay, final trivia. Why is Austin Powers so sexy?
It's the chest hair.
It's the chest
It's
hair.
the chest hair. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Did you know that Mike Myers and Dana Carvey had beef?
That makes sense.
Apparently, the Dr. Evil / Lorne Michaels impression was Dana Carvey's first. Mike
that
Myers
makes sense.
stole it, put
That-
it in the movie. And they had some static for a long time.
That makes sense. Did you know originally Chris Farley was Shrek, and then obviously he
Yes.
died,
Yes.
and then Mike Myers recorded the whole thing in his native accent of being Canadian.
Yeah.
And then they were listening back, and they're like, "It doesn't work." And he's
Yeah.
like, "Well, what if I just try Scottish?"
Yeah.
And like he knew it wasn't working, and then he called up DreamWorks. He's like, "I think I have it."
Yeah.
It's like that, the sound that you're looking for.
Yeah.
And then also, John Lithgow was Hades originally in Hercules.
Oh, really?
And then they were
What
like,
was it? James Woods? Yeah.
unfortunately.
He's a piece of shit.
Yeah, isn't he? Coming for you, James. I'm not. For all intents and purposes, that was a joke. But they fired John Lithgow because he quote unquote wasn't funny enough. And then the next year he started Third Rock from the Sun.
Oh.
And they were like, "Oh, we fucked up."
They just didn't get it. Yeah,
they
they
just
didn't-
didn't
yeah.
get what he was doing.
Jim Carrey was supposed to be what were we
Good.
talking about?
Sorry,
What were we
Jim.
talking about? What movie were we talking about before that? Right before that.
Shrek.
Shrek. No, before Shrek.
Before Shrek is an excellent prequel.
I would watch that. What were we just talking
Austin
about?
Powers.
Austin Powers. So Jim Carrey was supposed to be originally Dr. Evil.
That makes sense, but it would have made the movie worse.
Yeah.
I think
It would have been too much of Jim Carrey being
mm-hmm,
like Jim Carrey.
going $1 million.
Right.
Or
Yeah.
whatever he's
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah. It would have taken away from the movie.
Yeah, it would have been like a little too munchy. I can't believe there's brownface in that movie so early on, too.
Will Ferrell?
Yeah, Will
Yeah.
Ferrell.
Yeah. When playing Mustafa. Yeah.
Ugh. And that was like in 97? Yeah. Mm.
A year into his SNL career.
Okay. So the random word we have for our
Okay.
movie is sickness.
Okay. Down with it?
Yes, I'm down with it.
Yeah.
Oooh-Wah-Ha-ha. So, sickness. I pass it over to you.
So how does this work again?
So we have a prompt.
Uh-huh.
Now we have to come up with a movie based off of the prompt.
Based on sickness.
It can be whatever.
Okay.
So you said down with the sickness.
Yeah.
So do you want to use that as a jumping off point?
How about a biopic about the band Disturbed?
Okay, like it, but
Nobody knows who any of the guys are.
yeah, yes, and
It's called Oooh-Wah-Ha-ha.
people get confused. They think it's a Tarzan film.
Right.
But all of the band members are played by Eddie Murphy.
Okay.
Do you know anything about the System of a Down? That's not correct at all.
About Disturbed?
About Disturbed.
Not a
Ow.
thing.
Okay, so let's make up how did they meet?
Yeah. All right. So if they're all voiced by Eddie Murphy, actually it doesn't matter.
Voiced? So it's a cartoon.
Played by, no, played by.
Okay,
I think,
played by.
yeah,
It's
okay.
like a Norbit situation.
How did they meet?
Is it Norbit or is it the lumps? The clumps? The
He
clumps.
did that too.
Oh, he just keeps doing
Yeah.
it.
He's always done that. In Coming to America, he played like seven
Oh,
different
yeah.
characters.
But he was very good at it in that
He's
one.
very good at it. Okay. They met at a children's hospital wing.
Children's Hospital wing. Okay. And that's where they got the idea for Down with the Sickness.
Right.
So it's a bunch of mentally ill kids.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's a schizophrenic ward in
For children.
For children.
Yeah. Or young adults. Let's yeah. They're
For
like
young
teens.
adults. And someone has one of them is a parent and they're visiting their kid. And the other one is just like volunteering there. And it's like a meet
Okay.
cute. It's
Okay.
a rom-com
Oh.
about
the parents of the
the
members
lead
of
singer
Disturbed.
from Disturbed. Let
Yeah.
me just pull that up. Let me pull up his name here.
I bet it's like Chris something.
Lead singer Disturbed.
He seems like a Chris.
David
I was close.
Dryman?
Sure.
Dryman? Ugh.
I know he's a bald guy.
He is bald. He's got that terrible little beard.
Yeah, the
and he's
soul
from
patch?
Chicago, Illinois.
Oh, now okay.
So yeah,
We got it. First off, his dad
Mm.
left his mom
Uh-huh.
to open a bratwurst cart.
Hell yeah. So he is an entrepreneur.
Right.
He's
But his mom doesn't believe in the dream.
Mm.
So his dad, he's like, I'm out.
I'm out.
I'm gonna go sell these brats.
Played by so I know I said Eddie Murphy originally,
Sure.
but can we get Rob Schneider?
Of course.
Because it would be so bad good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, do we sprinkle seeds of QAnon in here?
I think that would be
Because
good.
he has gone full QAnon.
Oh, has he now? That's
Rob
unsurprising.
Schneider is off the deep end.
I think this is what should happen.
Uh-huh.
I think he should. The first 15 minutes are establishing that, and so you think it's going to be about this couple and with them working through it. They have this kid. It's upsetting the kid, played by Eddie Murphy. The kid is definitely played.
kid is definitely Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, but then Rob Schneider opens this thing, and we see him pushing the cart, and he immediately hit by a bus, just killed immediately.
Yeah.
And that's what upsets David enough to start playing music.
Right. And it's almost like an 8 Mile kind of thing where he's in the ward, in the psych ward, writing. He's just scribbled down with the thickness a bunch of times in his notebook.
Like The Shining.
Yeah. He's just,
Boom, 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 boom.
and then one of the other band members who is in the psych ward as well picks up his notebook. He's like, "That's almost like the Back to the Future line you just brought up. You know that new sound you've been looking for?" That part should also be played by Eddie Murphy, by the way.
Okay, perfect. And then I feel like he's got to meet a mentor, right? That encourages him. And so the band is slowly forming around in the psych ward. And then there's like a Patch Adams-esque character.
Okay.
We get Zach Galifianakis in a huge beard.
Yeah.
To be that sort of like encouraging person to these group of young kids. I feel like the M. Night Shyamalan twist to the whole thing is that it's, all a delusion, right?
It's all in his head.
It's all in his head.
Yeah.
Disturbed doesn't actually exist. After like they've
He
gone
is
through-
disturbed.
He is disturbed. Yes, literally and figuratively. But we go through the whole arc of like the band forming, them becoming a massive success, blah blah blah. And then he's like, oh no, like does a wide.
Yeah.
And Zach Galifianakis is just like, it's so sad.
Yeah.
It's just so sad.
It's like the way the Joker ends when
Yes.
you're not sure if it was in his head or but it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
For sure. And then I think he should be looking out the window, and the thing that snaps him out of it is he sees his dad.
Selling brats?
Yeah, selling brats because he doesn't actually die.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was also made up. And then he escapes, and he runs out, and then they both
Get hit by a car.
get hit by a car.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think we did it.
Oooh-Wah-Ha-ha. The David Twyman story.
Perfect. All right. So we got the beginning and the end, and then the middle chunks. You want to flesh out some more here.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Well, now I think he's got to have some sort of aversion to Eastern European meats.
An aversion to it. So
He's like he doesn't like them because that's what took his dad away. So like maybe every Wednesday at the psych ward is bratwurst day.
Very specific. I mean, it is Chicago. I
Yeah.
guess.
But like it's just like it's like but it's got to be who's the guy from Cheers that's got the mailman guy? That guy's got to be in it. He's got to be like an orderly.
Yeah. What is his name?
Not Norm.
Yeah.
Norm is George Wentz.
Yes.
But it's
I
gotta
know
be-
you're talking with the one with the mustache.
with the big bushy
Yeah.
mustache. See
He's
that
in-
guy's
Fun fact: he's in Empire Strikes Back as an extra.
what?
Yeah. Cliff Clavin.
Is that the character's name or his real name?
That's his real name.
Because he's
no, that's the character's name.
he does a voice in isn't he a voice in Toy Story?
Yes, he is. Cars, I think.
One of
Wait.
those.
No, Toy Story.
Or am I
Story.
also thinking
He is-
George Wentz?
Maybe? I don't know. I brought up the IMDb here. But anyway, he has to be an orderly because you want...
Yeah, he's got to be an orderly because he's got the Chicago accent. He can do it.
Yeah.
And then he can be like I've always had
John Ratzenberger.
John Ratzenberger.
Plays
He's
Cliff
is he the Mr. Potato Head guy?
He is in, I believe, every
Toy Story?
Toy Story, yes. He's the pig. He's the
He's
bank.
the pig, right? The piggy bank, yeah. Because he's got the mustache in the like. No, I'm thinking Mr. Potato Head again.
You are. Famously mustachioed being.
Yeah, he's got to be like, and then he brings over the cart of lunch on Wednesdays because it's bratwurst Wednesdays, and then he's like, David is like, don't you have anything other than bratwurst? He's like, well, I got some yogurt. Instead of that, here's some bratwurst. I just wanted to do a Chicago accent.
Okay. You know who else is from Chicago? Harrison Ford.
What?
Yeah, he's from the Midwest. He's a Midwesterner, which is why he's so cantankerous.
He's from Chicago though?
He's from Chicago, Illinois.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess does it not make sense? Sure.
Yeah, that's why he bellows the way he does. John Wayne was from Iowa.
Really?
Yeah, he's another Midwesterner. That's why
Okay.
he's got that, again, bellow. Of like
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. So it's like, that's like a fun recurring bit.
Mm-hmm.
We've definitely established that. Do we want a love interest at all?
Of course.
Okay. I don't think Eddie Murphy should play. We've gotten away from Eddie Murphy playing everybody, except for the lead.
He's got to play the kid. He's got to play
the
young
kid.
David.
But
And-
not
and
older
middle-
David?
And middle David and old
Okay,
David.
okay.
All Davids.
All David's all David. It's a Meet Dave situation again. Sure. So I don't think you should play the love interest. I'm assuming that David
I know who
is
should.
Who?
Jane Lynch. Because she should be involved in all projects, really.
Okay. Word.
Because I don't know
she's-
if she does a Chicago accent, but I bet she can.
I bet she can too. She seems that way.
Have you seen her on Maisel? She's
No.
very good on Mrs.
Yes,
Maisel.
I did see that.
She does like a specifically Queen's accent,
Oh yeah, for sure.
and she's good at that. So if she can do that, I bet she can do a Chicago accent.
Mm-hmm.
I just want Eddie Murphy doing a Chicago accent as well.
Oh, for sure. That'll be hard
Everybody-
for him, I think.
Yeah,
He's like a good voice actor, but he doesn't like manipulate his voice that much.
he sounds like Eddie Murphy doing everything Eddie Murphy does.
Yeah.
Like
Eddie Murphy.
whatever he's in, he's just always gonna sound like Eddie Murphy.
Mm-hmm. There has to be a scene though where he's crying and he's going. I think that would be very good. Okay, so there's a romantic element.
Yeah.
Because he's wigging out about the sausage, and he's about to like accost John Ratzenberger.
John Ratzenberger, right?
And then Jane Lynch steps
Now,
in.
is she a nurse?
I think she should be Nurse Jackie. Obviously,
Yeah.
it's a crossover.
Yep.
Was she Nurse Jackie?
No, that was Edie Falco.
Oh, that's.
You
What
know
am
what?
I thinking of?
I think we should cast her. I think
Okay.
I like where your head's going.
Okay.
Edie Falco.
Edie Falco.
Crossover.
As Nurse Jackie.
Yeah, as Nurse
unrelated,
Jackie.
No relation.
No, yeah.
And that's how she introduces herself. Hi, I'm Nurse Jackie. No
Right.
relation.
Yeah, yeah.
And then he's like, "Oh, you're not related to her." I'm like, "No, that's my last name."
Right.
You know, it's very airplane.
Yeah.
So they fall in love,
Mm-hmm.
and I think they have wild sex in the ward next to other patients that are all played by Eddie Murphy.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Are
kind
they,
of
and
like,
they're all commenting on it.
mm-hmm, yeah, and I think it's got to be like a sort of like Eddie Murphy. The reason most characters are Eddie Murphy is because again, it's all in his head, so he's making it all up, and he doesn't know how to make up a person that isn't him.
Right.
I was in this film that never panned out, where I was a superhero film called Dolphin Man that friends of mine were making when we were in school.
That never panned out.
And yeah, it never panned out, if you can believe it. But where he had dissociative identity disorder, and so he's the superhero and also the villain, and
Okay.
like that's kind of the
Oh, that's kind of cool, actually.
yeah, it is.
That's much better than Moon Knight.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Actually, I do enjoy Moon Knight.
But I play. He goes to therapy, and I was like, well, what about this? What if the only thing he knows about therapy is he's seen Good Will Hunting? So all we did was recreate scenes from Good Will Hunting with me doing a Robin Williams impression.
Yeah.
Trying to like make it shoehorn it into the story, and it was the most absurd fucking thing on the face of the planet, but it was my idea and my fault. But in any event, I think it's a kind of similar situation where it's like, well, Eddie Murphy is everybody, and that's why
we are all Eddie Murphy.
if you think about it, we're all one, and
Right?
that one is Eddie Murphy.
What if I don't know why
Edward Murphy. What's his
what's his full name?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Let's look it up.
I'm gonna say Edward Cephas Murphy.
Eddie Murphy. Very close. Edward Regan Murphy.
Regan.
Regan. Reagan?
That's interesting.
Regan?
Regan, yeah.
Yeah.
That's very interesting.
Right?
Because he would have been too young or too old, I guess, to have been named after Ronald.
Mm-hmm.
And Ronald it was Reagan.
You were saying something and I interrupted you.
I don't remember.
Okay. Well, we were talking about how Eddie Murphy is everybody.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Like I was like it'd be funny if like this is unrelated, but like
brace yourself. Something funny is about
you
to
know, completely unrelated, but like I just think it'd be funny if like Eddie Murphy did a sketch where it's like the old Captain My Captain scene from
Dead Poets.
From Dead Poets Society, but it's all just different roles that he's played.
Oh, that's very funny.
Or take it a step further, like Spartacus.
Yeah.
It's like I am Eddie Murphy. I am Eddie Murphy.
I'm Eddie Murphy.
No, I'm Eddie. Yeah, but it's all characters in different movies that he's played, like Norbit and Professor Clump,
the Beverly Hills Cop guy.
Yeah, Exo Foley.
Thank you. Famously.
Yeah. I think if that's a missed opportunity for Eddie. If Eddie Murphy should come back on SNL,
do that and then
do
leave.
that and leave again. Like just like that is so funny.
Yes, I think you should pitch that to
Edward.
To Edward, yeah, you could call him up. I think
I'll see him at the next Black People meeting.
Yeah, I was gonna say. No, I'm not invited this time. Not since the incident.
Yeah.
I put raisins in the potato salad.
You should. Don't do that.
I thought they were crescents, which I thought would be better for some reason. Okay, so we have I think it's got everything.
Yeah.
I think except for one thing. I think there has to be a kung fu sequence, kind of like a Dolomite situation, right?
Okay.
Like a
Who better?
Yeah, exactly. I think it's got to be John Ratzenberger and Eddie Murphy facing off about the sausages.
Like a student teacher kind of thing.
No, like they're about to fight because he's sick of the
he's sick of the
bratwurst.
bratwursts.
And then it clearly, when it cuts to the fighting, it's clearly like two Asian people that are stunt doubles, and then it cuts to the Y, and it's like or clearly like an Asian woman, and then like someone who's 7 foot.
Yeah.
Like, and then it cuts back and keeps going back and forth. Because I think the more we can make this a blatant comedy, the better it would be.
Slapsticky.
Yeah, very good. I miss that. There's not a lot
I
of
was
that.
just thinking that they don't do like it used to be. Every so often you get a Naked Gun movie, and then they started like the Wayans brothers started doing like the scary ones. And, but we haven't had like a real slapstick sort of like comedy in a long time.
I think the closest I can think of is Office Party, #1, with Kate McKinnon. And
I never saw that.
it was surprisingly good.
Yeah.
My standards, my expectations were on the ground. And then Game Night is kind of
The one with,
slapsticky. Jason Bateman and
John Cena's in that?
No, not at all.
I'm thinking something.
I would not recommend anything that John Cena is.
What?
Nah, he is not my guy.
He's good in small doses. Trainwreck? Like he's got like 2 scenes. It's hilarious.
The smallest dose possible for me, which
Or,
is not thinking about him.
What's that movie with Amy Poehler and Tina Fey? Sisters? Something like that?
Baby Mama?
Baby. He's in one of those movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think maybe.
I feel like
And he's hysterical, but it's like one scene.
what I think I kind of happened vis-a-vis slapstick stuff is we went to those, like, once Hangover happened, a bunch of those knockoffs happened.
Yeah.
You know, and that's kind of what Office Christmas Party is like.
Okay.
You know, and it's like, oh, it's a crazy night. And Adam Sandler's over here. It's like, what about 8 of them? You know?
That used to be the thing though. Like every so often you'd get those, and now they don't make them anymore.
And the closest you get is like a Paul Blart Mall Cop
Right.
situation.
But even that's sort of like a dark comedy too.
It's
is less.
He's fucking a depressing character.
Yeah. Or even like Austin Powers is very slapsticky.
Oh, it's so. I watched the first one a couple of months ago.
Oh, my
again.
God.
It holds up except for the brown face.
Sure.
But then they do kill him off right away. And
Right.
That's satisfying.
And the way they do it is hilarious.
It is very funny.
But like even like the thawing out, who like everybody loves a long pee scene.
Yeah. Very funny.
Or the Elizabeth Hurley biting into a sausage as he's turning around naked.
Yeah, it's so silly.
Yeah.
It's just so blatantly a comedy, and it's not necessarily worried about being grounded in reality.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, for whatever reason, we're like, okay, well, comedies have to be like, I think it was okay. I think I can trace it back. I think you had like an Austin Powers situation, and then in the early aughts, like the Apatow thing happened.
Yeah.
And those are very grounded
Where it was
films.
it was grounded in reality.
A lot of
not slapsticky, but still funny because you can relate to it.
a lot of improvised, so the performances were more natural. But like the best thing Paul Rudd has ever done is Wet Hot American Summer.
Yes, very slapsticky.
Ridiculous.
Yeah,
he's perfect for that. Kind of thing.
Everybody's great in that.
Yeah, and
Bradley Cooper kills it.
He's so good.
Who is it? The guy from Law and Order.
Oh yeah.
He's very good in it.
He's very good. Is that the one with H.
It's
John
John Benjamin,
and
yeah.
his can of peas?
Yeah,
So good.
like there's the one. I don't know if it was the original, or if it was when they brought it back. And like there's like let's all go to town and have fun, and they end up doing cocaine.
Yeah.
But then they come back and it's like just a normal. They just had a normal day in town.
Yeah.
Like they go back. Like it's like they leave normal. They come back normal. But in between, they're just like doing coke off each other's bodies and shit. It's fucking hysterical.
It's a very solid. I was surprised that the TV show was as good as it was.
It's just like certain things shouldn't be TV shows.
Yeah.
But like I liked it, but like I would have rather to just do a movie.
You know what I kind of want to come back is softcore pornography.
Interesting.
Because, or like a sensual film, like we had a lot of like, what are they called? Erotic thrillers in the 80s, and then they went away with the, I think, advent of the internet and the easy access to pornography. But could you imagine like a sexual comedy where you do see like Bush?
Yeah.
We don't have a lot of like rated R movies for like a fun reason.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. When you said softcore, I was thinking like Skinamax.
Also, that kind of thing. The reason it's on my mind is I've been listening to a podcast where they're reviewing the Emmanuel series, if you're familiar with that. It's just like a very long run of softcore pornography. And to be clear, it's a comedy podcast. It's a bit. I'm not just a pervert. I'm not just a pervert. I'm also a comedian.
Yeah.
If you can believe it. Those things don't often happen.
Right.
Terrible, awful, sorry. Bad taste. I think that would be like, I mean, the closest to like slapstick, I mean, the bad moms, bad, horrible bosses too.
I guess, yeah.
But like, we haven't seen a lot of people falling down. More falling down in movies, please.
Yeah, I haven't seen anybody. It's been a long time somebody fell.
The closest thing I think is we get to like the Marvel movies and the hokey stuff they put in there.
But even that's like it's everything is very I guess serious is the best word I could think of.
It's very grounded, I would say, which is like I think to the detriment of the series.
Yeah.
So I do a lightning round.
Okay.
So it's like a 1-sentence pitch based off of a random prompt. We go back and forth.
Okay.
So the first one is Defendant. What is the movie about Defendant?
It's a lawyer. It's a movie about just a lawyer though, and he's a public defender. There it is.
And what happens?
Oh, you want the whole pitch?
Yeah.
All right. He's a public defender, but he's like he never wins.
He never wins.
Never.
He's a loser.
Yeah. And he happens across a case, and it's the case of a lifetime. It falls in his lap, and he still loses though. That's the funny part.
Okay.
But he gets close.
He gets close. I was gonna say, is it the OJ trial? I just can't win.
Yeah, right.
So I have auction. I think an auctioneer, obviously. No, I think it's a silent auction in a small town that's really, really built up, and there's a rivalry between these two families that are trying to outbid each other for charity to prove that they're more wealthy.
Okay.
Sorry, they're more Christ-like. You know what I mean? Fraction.
This is about a math teacher who goes bad. He turns to a life of
I'm sorry,
crime.
is this just Breaking Bad?
I think so.
Okay.
He's
It's fine. Keep going.
But he doesn't. He's not. No. See, here's the thing. Mm-hmm. Breaking Bad's good because he was a chemistry teacher and he's making math. This is a math teacher.
He's making math.
He's making math. There it is. He's got a secret life of crime. He's a murderer, but he divides his victims.
Okay.
And multiplies the pieces. There are more of you now.
Okay, very cool. I think that's actually very funny. It's like a math themed villain.
Yeah.
March is what I got. So I think it's a sequel to Little Women about the March girls and what happens after Little Women and how kind of like, have you seen American Graffiti?
Yes.
Have you seen American Graffiti 2?
No.
There's a sequel to it where everything goes to hell. For all those characters after they graduate high school and stuff. I think Ron Howard's the only, and Cindy Williams are the only two people that returned from the original cast. Harrison Ford does make a cameo though.
Okay.
He's a cop, which sucks.
Wow.
But in any event, I think it's a kind of like that of like, oh, where are they actually? And like Jo is not. She published the one book and then that's it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't go well. And then Amy and what's the fucking kid's name? The only guy, the little boy in the Little Women.
I have no idea. I don't remember that movie for nothing.
Oh, it's so good. I cry every time.
Really?
It's in different places.
Okay.
That's how good the movie is.
I've only cried at one movie.
What's that?
The Green Mile.
The Green Mile. I've never seen that film.
Oh yeah.
I cry at almost every movie. I'm very easily moved by films.
I'm the total opposite. Sometimes
you get angry when you watch a movie.
It's like this is bullshit. No, I'm like dead inside. Sometimes someone will tell me. Sometimes someone will tell. Like, what did you? There was something that you recommended recently that you told me to watch, and you said the Tony Hawk documentary.
Oh yeah.
You told me you got emotional watching it, and I'm watching. I'm like, am I the wrong one?
No,
Is it me?
No. I'm very sensitive
because I was like, I was watching it. I was like, okay, his brain is broken. Got it.
Yeah.
All right.
I also like skateboarded, as a kid, and it was an integral part of my, childhood.
Well, that's why I cried at the Green Mile, because I also was on death row. No, that's not even the scene you should cry though.
I get 8 Mile and Green Mile mixed up. It was like Eminem was on death.
It's like totally.
What? Okay. No, that's a bad random word. Acceptance.
Okay. This is about a couple, and they're both actors, and they keep getting asked to present awards at award shows and keep fucking it up, a la Warren Beatty and that other lady.
And is it okay? Can I add to this?
Of course.
I think it's because there's a betting pool that they're fucking with.
Yeah.
They're trying to make it rich.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
they're both past their prime.
Yeah,
and they're like,
yeah.
oh, our mortgages, shit.
Yeah.
That's very good. For me, Fist. Ooh.
This could go a number of ways.
Yes, it could. I think it's about a washed up Hapkido instructor.
Is that like
Korean martial arts.
I was gonna say I thought it was like I thought you said hot is that so like I was thinking hot yoga but hot martial arts.
You're just sweating
It's
while
just-
you're kicking.
Yeah.
That, and then he's trying to get back by doing hot Hapkido.
Yeah.
That's I guess absolutely what it is. And he's trying to like make money because he again is in dire straits.
Can I offer
Yeah.
the pitch for the lead?
Yeah.
I don't know his name, but he was the guy that played Uncle Rico in Napoleon Dynamite.
I don't know him off. I've only seen that film once, but sure.
You know Uncle Rico.
I don't recall.
He was the guy who like he threw the steak
Sure.
at Napoleon when he was riding the bike.
Sure.
That guy.
I immediately thought of the guy that plays Mr. Kim in Kim's Convenience.
See, I've never watched that.
It's good.
I've heard good things about it.
It kind of peters out, and it also got canceled, so the ending's kind of abrupt. But the first 2 seasons specifically are very good. That first season's very good, but then
Okay.
it starts getting like very farcical and cringe comedy, like situational, and that's not my favorite.
All right. What about what's his? You've seen Office Space?
Oh yeah,
You know the neighbor with the handlebar mustache? That guy? What's that guy? I don't know that guy's name.
I don't know.
But that guy, I keep picturing him in Napoleon Dynamite with the American
short-
flag
Yeah,
pants.
yeah.
That's what I keep picturing. That guy should
Okay.
be in the lead for Fist.
I think that's very funny having it not be a Korean person because that's just so much sadder. It's pathetic. Okay. Rough. The one that it was ants, and I'm like, we can't do it because that's just ants. So
Yeah.
what's rough?
Rough is it's a biopic about Scooby Doo.
No, really important question with this one. Is it diegetically about Scooby-Doo or like the creation of the
No,
character?
it's about Scooby Doo.
Okay, so it's like what happened between a pup named Scooby-Doo and Scooby-Doo.
Sort of like you know how like nobody knows what happened to Jesus between the years of like 13 and 33.
Yeah.
And that's supposedly what the Book of Latter-day Saints is.
Didn't know that.
Something like that. I don't know. I don't really pay attention to Mormons, but I think you're right. I think
Yeah.
Rough is a movie about like what happened between a pup named Scooby Doo and Scooby Doo.
Okay.
Like where did his appetite come from?
Where did his appetite come from?
And why does he only eat human food?
Does he only eat food? Scooby snacks aren't human food
How come Shaggy eats them then?
because he's high.
Okay, good. That's
He's
fair.
eating dog shit.
That's true.
He's
That's a good
just
point.
eating literal garbage. That
I
fucking
always
beatnik.
took that to mean I thought they were just giving Scooby human food.
I mean, the both interpretations are
I
valid.
mean, they are giving him human food.
Oh, for sure, at some point, which you shouldn't do with a dog, in my opinion.
Also, if like you could have like a BLT, what the fuck is a dog biscuit gonna do for you? Like they'd be like, "Would you do it for a Scooby snack?" And they're like, "What the like?"
I've always-
I've had a steak, bro. I've had steak.
I always interpreted, specifically when I got older,
Yeah.
that it was like edibles,
Oh,
and the dog
Yeah.
likes to get high.
that's true. That's fair.
Mine is Escape.
Mm.
Escape is about the Ford Motor Company. No. Escape is about it's a drama about someone trying to leave an abusive relationship, played by Rachel Weisz and then David Harbour. Those are the two.
Did you just describe Black Widow?
I guess I forgot about that. I forgot they were both in that film, weren't they? I mean, I don't think
I
they
like
were,
it.
I don't think they were abusive in that film. Okay,
We don't know. It could be a backstory.
it could be. I got one final one, and it's hilarious.
Okay, that's the word.
That's the word.
All right. Hilarious is about a group of comedians who all think they're funnier than they are.
Okay.
So it's a documentary.
Okay. Can I tell
It's
you?
about the New York comedy scene.
It's about the New York comedy scene. My pitch for hilarious is a Veep style comedy about Hillary Rodham Clinton.
So Exactly the same.
Exactly the same.
Yeah.
What do you do? Where can people find you? Blah 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 blah.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at FunnyManStan. That's where all my stuff goes.
It goes.
Yeah, that's where I put everything. I guess TikTok as well. I gotta start TikToking again, man. I gotta start creating content. But yeah, you can find me at FunnyManStan.
Yeah.
Every other Thursday, Tiny Cupboard.
If you're in Brooklyn.
Also if you're in Brooklyn, those alternate Thursdays, I'm also in Brooklyn at Father Knows Best.
Yeah, you're always on a Thursday.
Yeah.
Club going up on the Thursday. As they say, a comedy club going up.
Comedy club going up on a Thursday, yeah.
Well, thank you very much for being on.
Thanks for having me.
It was pretty fun.
Yeah.
I think.
I had a good time.
Yeah.